Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll show you the entire process of upcycling a vintage Japanese kimono obi belt to create beautiful Christmas ornaments. If you're interested, check out my web store for a digital pattern and written instructions. And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more upcycling ideas. This obi belt is called a tsukuri obi, a pre-tied obi designed to make wearing a kimono faster and easier. This specific obi was made for a 7-year-old girl celebrating Chichigo-san or 753, a traditional Japanese festival that honors the growth and well-being of young children. The origins of Shichigo-san trace back to the Heian period 794 to 1185, when the nobility held ceremonies to mark important milestones in a child's life. In those times, reaching ages like 3, 5, and 7 was a big deal. 7-year-old girls, Shichigo-san is especially meaningful because it's when they begin wearing an obi with their kimono. I actually thrifted this kimono obi back in June from a lady on a platform called Mercari, where people in Japan sell their second-hand items. It's like similar to vintage. Kimono trends change each year, just like other types of fashion. This year, for example, colors like purple and blue are popular. Since this particular design is a bit old-fashioned, the previous owner's daughter probably wasn't too interested in keeping it. Anyway, that's the backstory. Let's get started. I began by carefully unpicking the obi using a seam ripper. Most kimonos are handmade with delicate stitching, so while it's not difficult to take them apart, it does take some time if you want to avoid damaging the fabric. I started at the edges and continued working along the ribbon section. I also had to snip through a few cords with scissors along the way. Next, I ironed out the creases to make the fabric easier to work with. This obi was actually 3.6 meters long. Before starting, I made a pattern and mapped out a process on PowerPoint to avoid wasting time or accidentally ruin the fabric. Actually, last week I tried to wing it without a plan and it was a total disaster. So here's a lesson learned. A little preparation goes a long way. With my pattern, you can make 3 different ornaments: a stocking, a moon, and a tree, each about 10 cm wide by 10 cm tall or 3.9 inches by 3.9 inches. Here's what you need. A piece of fabric measuring about 30 cm, 11.8 inches by 12 cm, 4.7 inches. 3 strings, stuffing or scrap fabric for filling. I started by printing and cutting out the pattern pieces. Then I placed them on the fabric and cut around the edges. The pattern includes seam allowances, so there's no need to add any extra. I repeated this with the backing fabric. The obi itself had a backing, but it wasn't very attractive, so I used the scrap pieces of cotton fabric I bought at Yuzawaya, Japan's biggest hobby craft store, for just £2. For the straps, I used the strings from the obi. They were a bit wide, so I folded them to create thinner straps. I wanted the ornaments to be displayed as bunting, so I kept the straps short. With the fabric pieces right sides together, I placed the string in the middle at the top. Then I sewed around the edges, leaving a 7 cm opening for turning. Before flipping it right side out, I trimmed the edges to reduce bulk. For the filling, I used some of the leftover fabric from the obi. Finally, I closed the opening with a quick stitch, and that's it. I also made a Christmas card with leftover fabric. What do you think? If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more kimono upcycling projects. See you next time!